But don't you think, as a fan, I'm asking you, like I'm hoping that in some point of a time you're also the fan of MS Dhoni, where you've seen how his helicopter shots did very
I'm sure he was
make a
not.
lot of people. Yeah. So for now, like you mentioned correctly, absolutely. Like for now, MS Dhoni go and play for two balls, but make people happy, right? What I know from Indian perspective, from the cricket perspective, it is wrong. But
It is
what's
not
wrong
wrong.
in
It is not
yeah?
wrong. Let me
What's
let
wrong in
me
MS
let
Dhoni
me
playing
put
in
my
IPL
point.
2025, just one season?
See, let me put my point from where I see it. Okay, I see IPL as in product. Like WWE is a product, IPL is also a product. It's not a serious thing. To be very honest, the players also don't take it that seriously. If they lose a final or something, they will not go nuts. They'll get back to their regular thing. They'll come. It's a private organization owned by private companies. Okay, so a private company wants his employee to stay longer. They are paying it out of from their money. Their fans love him. Like Chris said that they came last year because they thought that Dhoni is going to retire. They are going to come in same numbers this year, next year, and for the next 5 to 6 years. It doesn't matter if he's retiring or not. It matters still when we can see him. When Virat will go to his last years and Rohit will go to his last years, I'm sure about Virat, not about Rohit that much. But when Virat will, people will think, oh, this might is last year. They will do it for next 5 6 years as well.
Sure.
Having said that point,
Okay.
BCCI also wants IPL also wants Dhoni to stay. Okay, they
There's a
they
reason.
want Dhoni to stay so desperately that they have they have completely brought in a rule which was cancelled only for Dhoni. So they
See,
know if Dhoni is not playing, then their
that is
product
where
will not work,
that is
right?
where
They
that
get
is where it's
money
a
for
sham, right?
television rights. So in the next television cycle, they might not get that much money if Dhoni is not playing, and it will reduce if Rohit retires and if Virat retires. So like WWE keeps on bringing on John Cena back or doing The Rock back or something like this. Even IPL want these players to stay. It's as simple as that.
Dhoni is
Yep.
currently your Undertaker. I mean, not the Undertaker who is an entertainer. He is more of an Undertaker who is already past his prime way back. I get
Yeah.
your point. It is there is an emotion attached to Dhoni. I mean, whenever he bats, yeah, I definitely. I mean, whenever he hits those sixes, I like him because I mean, even before probably, I mean, when Aman was a kid, Dhoni used to come to Ukra. I was from Asansol, so it is Ukra is close to Asansol, where he used to play tennis ball cricket. So there used to be
Right.
a lot of talk about Dhoni. I heard about Dhoni back then. It was 97, 98 or so. So I mean, I have a longer connection than Aman probably. Yeah, he is from the same place, but I know him for a longer time because of
Yeah.
that reason. I have only heard good things about Dhoni, and he has been greatest. There is no doubt. I mean, let's just not talk about it. It's a legacy that you leave. Yeah, it is a private organization, but IPL is still a selection criteria for many of the players. Now, someone like Samir Rizvi, he was not getting a lot of chances because you already have an elephant in the room. You had to make
Yeah.
way. I mean, you are not promoting a second wicket keeper. You did not even think about getting
Sure.
a proper wicket keeper, and you went with. Well, I mean, no offense to that kid, but still the thing is, you could have had a better keeper. You did not have
Yeah.
that.
Right. Why don't we talk
You-
about this when it comes to overseas players? Like, why don't we speak about not wanting Faf du Plessis in the IPL because he might be taking a youngster spot?
Yeah,
You don't need
absolutely,
to have, yeah.
absolutely.
There's a
There is,
maximum criteria on the overseas players, right? There's not a
yeah.
minimum criteria on the overseas players. So why don't we talk about players who have got like David Vaughan? We all know he's way past his prime, but we will never see people saying that David Warner shouldn't play in the IPL because he's taking an Indian's place. Right. So
He
why
is.
about Dhoni?
I think just to complete the sentence, like what Abhishek said, we need to understand, like, obviously we have 11 players and there are a lot of players to see, and 10 players, they can make a future out of it, right? But these are two or three players that you have, like Warner, like MS, maybe De Villiers in the past, where people are anticipating it could be their last IPL, right? So this should be something to back on, like something to, why to create interest if MS Dhoni is not there? We never know that if after MS
IPL,
retires,
IPL is already such a great product that it does not need MS Dhoni anymore. You needed MS Dhoni back then. You do not need MS Dhoni. There are a lot of
okay,
players who people watch for. SSB Jaiswal, for example, Shubman Gill, people watch IPL for Shubman Gill as well. There are a lot of players. Nitish Kumar Reddy, who I mean, Abhishek. I mean, do you think anyone watched IPL last year because of Dhoni? They wanted to watch SRH, how SRH were batting.
yeah.
Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma. That was exciting. Not this. Even Punjab Kings made, let's say, some exciting matches. MS Dhoni only did it for 2 to 4 balls. Good, but let's move on.